Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching my video from. Dr. Man here again today. Dr. Man's Advocate Program, the Dr. Man's Advocacy Channel, and Dr. Man's Future TV. I'm here once again to share the challenges one of the men out there in the world is having. According to him, it goes this way. My wife introduced deceitful behavior into our marriage. Her deceitful behavior is bringing our marriage almost to the brink of collapse. She now goes out more than before without me. She no longer wants to go out with me. Even when I ask, she would say she has somewhere else to go. She goes to any place she wants at any time and comes home late. When I ask her where she went, she will claim that she went to the store or to see a female friend. She will branch to the store on her way back and buy few things and claim that she went to buy those things. Even though the few things could not take more than an hour, she will stay out more than 5 hours. Where we live in the Western world, you cannot drive a woman out of the house. And that is the reason she is doing what she's doing. What should I do? Should I divorce her or should I tolerate her excessive deceitful behaviors? This is a very big challenge for our friend here. Um, one thing I don't like myself, or even a lot of men doesn't like, is when their women are deceitful. And I also we believe that a lot of women also will not like deceitful men because you will not, once you are a human being, especially a good human being, you will not like to deal with a deceitful human being. You will, if you're a woman, you wouldn't like a deceitful man. That is obvious. If you are a man, you will not like to deal with a deceitful woman. That is completely obvious. And yours sincerely, Dr. Man, in this program. This is one of the reasons I started this program. You know, to to help men out there who are having deceitful women, who have women that behave in a deceitful way, women who lies a lot, women who deceives a lot, women who cheats a lot, women who have bad thinking and bad behaviors, women who hardens their hearts, who has no empathy, who are not empathic, who doesn't have sympathy for their men. Their heart are as strong as a stone. They have stone heart. They are very heartless. You sincerely dealt with such in the past, but I'm glad I survived it. So this challenge is very, very serious. This is one of the reasons why I'm calling on all the men out there to share your challenges. And I'm also calling all of you out there, both good men and good women, to share your advices and your solutions, what you think should be solutions to the men's challenges. This program is to help men, to help make men live happy life, help them to live normal life, help them to remain healthy and to remain alive. Because some men does not survive. They do not live long. In most cases, women live longer than men because men go through a lot, much more than women. So, in this case now, our friend, shared his own challenge, and most men or many men out there are also experiencing similar challenges or the same challenges that this our friend is having. The wife behaves in, she puts in a very deceitful behavior. She doesn't tell the husband the truth anymore. She will go out whenever she likes. She will come back whenever she likes. When the husband asks her, she will lie that she went to the store. The husband knows that the few things she went to pick up in the store is just a camouflage. She just camouflage with those things. Very, very deceitful behavior. She knew that if she didn't go and pick up few things, those few things, she will not have any other excuse to say where she went. Especially, you know, in the Western world where they live, like our friend said, she cannot ask her to leave. Whenever she comes home, she can come home anytime she wants. The man can only swallow it. You can only swallow it. There's nothing you can do. Especially when those kind of women, those kind of bad women, knows that the Western world favors them. There's nothing absolutely you can do to them. You can't touch them. You can't kick them out of the house. You can't ask them to leave. Back in some places, like in some third world or developing countries, if a woman behaves that way, you send her packing because you are the one who went to her father's house to bring her to your house. So you have the right in some places to take her back to her father's house. But in the Western world, it's not like that. You see, that's the very big challenge, especially most men that live in the Western world. This is a very big challenge they have. This is part of their biggest challenges. Women coming from third world or developing countries into a civilized world, and then when they now learn how things work in the Western world, they will say, "Oh, wow!" They will feel on top of the world. They think the world revolve around them. Actually, I was in a seminar yesterday. I was in a seminar, a symposium, or you can call it symposium, seminar, where such issue was being discussed. I was just sitting down, um, observing, listening and observing. Most women that talked from a women perspective, and they were in support of the women and the lives of the women live in the Western world. Most men that spoke from the perspectives of the men. They spoke mainly from the perspective of the culture and tradition where they came from, where they married those women from, and why they did not marry those women in the Western world or the Western world tradition and culture. You know, so that was a very big. It tried to turn into heated arguments, but eventually the moderator moderated things to calm nerves down. The women were getting upset when the men argued from their cultural and traditional perspective. The men get aggravated or agitated when the women argue from the Western world perspective. So my own listening self. What I'm understanding is that while the man loves things to be kept from where they come from, where they were born, and where they grew up from, the women love the way it is happening in the Western world because they think it favors them. They're on top of the world in the Western world. So this is a very big challenge for a lot of men. So in the conclusion of my analysis, um, there are still good women who doesn't take advantage of the way things are in the Western world and 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 apply that on their men. There are still good men who does things the right way, regardless of where they live. They do things the normal way, the right way. They respect their men. Their men respect them as well. Because when you honor somebody, the person will turn around and honor you. One thing some women doesn't understand is that if you show a man respect, if you show that you can respect that man, regardless of where you live, whether you live in the Western world or whether you live in the third world or developing country, that man will turn around and respect and honor you. But some of the women doesn't understand that. They want to do things in the Western world way, and when they are doing that, they fail to understand the Western world. That is their own culture and their tradition, and that their culture and tradition have its own advantages and disadvantages too. They have their own the men have their advantages on the basis that when they meet a woman, when they are dating, they do things equally with the woman. They don't carry the woman on their head. But in the third world countries or developing countries, the man literally, the moment you meet a woman, you carry her on your head. The woman will be growing at your back. Even when she's pulling you down, you're trying to carry her strong and show that you're a strong man. And after you do all these things, the only way she will pay you back, if it's a bad woman, is to use the Western world and lifestyle to deal the heck out of you, to deal with you severely. So in this case, that debate, we had, was going on yesterday. I was just listening. I was just smiling, listening from men and listening from women. So that becomes a very big dilemma, and that is actual challenges that most of us have today in the Western world, including men and women as well. So in this case, um, I don't know. Please let us try to advise our friend. The woman has started, misbehaving, putting some bad and ugly behavior, going out when she likes, coming in whenever she likes. There's no more respect for the husband. There's no more truthfulness. No more honesty. She probably engages in infidelity, even though the man did not show it here in his story. But we know when a woman goes out and spend 5 hours, and come back late and claim that she went to the store, we all know what is involved. Of course, the man is not making any accusations because he felt that he has not gotten any evidence or proof to start making the accusations. But he's asking us what should he do? Should he go ahead and divorce a very untruthful and deceitful woman, or should he go ahead and continue to condone her deceitful excesses? So please watch my video, like it, share it, and make sure that a lot of men receive it. Make sure that also a lot of good women receive it, so that they can also share to their own men, their own brothers, their own relatives, their own father, so that men all over the world can benefit in knowing how to deal with such situation or similar situations, so they can resolve their problems, live a happy life, and save their own lives and the lives of other men or other people around them. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. From here, Dr. Man.